electric scooters for adults have come a long way since they first hit the streets. Thanks to growing competition in the e-scooter world, prices have dropped quite a bit. But let's be honest, getting your hands on a solid all-terrain reliable ride for under £1,000 is still pretty tough. Well, this right here might change that. This is the RCB D7 electric scooter. This is set to be an all-new go-to for off-road thrills without breaking the bank. This beast packs a 500-watt motor which can hit up to a legal EU limit of 25 km an hour and delivers a pretty impressive 80 to 90 km range on its 20.8 amp battery. And if you opt for the Pro model, that can climb from 90 to 110 km on its 27 amp battery. So you do have the option to spend a bit more if you want a bit more distance, if you can justify that asking price. But what's great about this scooter is it's more than just muscle. It's got dual brakes, an intelligent lighting system to keep you safe, gum-tough 10-inch puncture-proof tyres, and not to mention a very sleek foldable design that lets you stash it pretty much anywhere. So far, everything is looking pretty promising, but let's see if this really is any good. So the burning question is this product truly worth that asking price? Well, let's first start by unboxing it. So unboxing the D7, and honestly I couldn't believe how little was left to do. The scooter was already pretty much put together. There really isn't anything required of you from unboxing to actual usage, just simply removing the protective film. In the box you will find a small toolkit, a simple manual and a charger, but that's pretty much it in terms of the unboxing experience. They have made this super user friendly. Now let's take a look around the scooter itself and get an idea of what we're getting for the money. In its fully erected size, you're looking at around 120.8 centimeters in length, 60 centimeters wide, and around 139.5 centimeters tall. However, with the stem adjustable across 3 height settings, you can customize for your comfort quite a bit. To be honest, adults of various heights can easily hop on without feeling cramped or too tall for it. I'm 6 foot and I had no issue with comfort at all. When folded down, the RCB D7 shrinks to a sleek 120.8 by 24 by 55 centimeters, plus weighing in at about 28 to 30 kilograms means it's compact enough to slide into a car boot, but not so light that you want to stroll miles with it on your shoulders. It's just not exactly extremely lightweight, so it might be a bit tiring for commuters who carry it frequently. Even though it's still a bit on the heavier side, once folded, it's actually pretty compact. I will say it definitely feels grown up when you pick it up. Solid, substantial, like a serious piece of kit. You'll notice that weight after a few minutes of carrying, like I said, but it never feels like it's going to snap. Think of it as heft with purpose. Yes, it's not made for long walks while folded, but that's not the point. What you get is a full-size rugged commuter scooter that folds down into a package that's actually manageable. Now the D7 does come with these 10-inch tyres that are supposed to be, now this is their marketing terms, explosion-proof, self-repairing, anti-slip and wear resistant. Yeah, it's a lot to say, but honestly they are pretty impressive. They do make a real difference. It's not just some fancy marketing here. From what I've experienced, they grip really well even when the pavement's wet or a bit rough. Thanks to their apparent explosion-proof and self-sealing design, which basically means there is no inner tube in here, these tyres actually eliminate flats and punctures. So for possible future expenses, that's something that could be eliminated. As for daily commuting goes, the D7's 10-inch tyres feel solid and dependable. From puddles to potholes to real rough terrain, I've really been enjoying these tyres. They do contribute to the suspension really well, plus you won't be dealing with flats all the time, and that grip stays surprisingly consistent. So about the suspension, this scooter really brings it on both ends. It's got dual shock absorbers front and back, and that combo gives it enough to tackle almost most terrains. The dual springs do make things much smoother than usual stiff scooters. The front bounce isn't annoying or over the top, it just softens the hits from potholes to rough sidewalks. So your wrists and back don't feel like they're getting slammed. I even took it over some tough forest floors and cracked sidewalks, and the suspension soaked up most of the bumps. Having shocks front and back definitely makes a noticeable difference. It's not as plush as a heavy mountain bike, but it's miles better than scooters without any suspension at all. It's just a solid middle ground for a scooter like this. Having said that, it can handle light gravel and grass pretty well, but if you do hit bigger roots or rocks on a trail, it does start to struggle. You'll feel it and hear it, but it isn't horrendous by any means. The dual braking system is another standout feature for me. It combines front and rear mechanical disc brakes with an electric brake, offering up a much more robust and responsive stopping power, which is certainly needed for an all-terrain scooter like this. From my experience, they feel rather responsive, especially when you need to stop quickly on tougher terrain. I've been told they've been built to cut down on wear and tear too, so you shouldn't find yourself needing to replace them that often. As I said, there is an electronic brake that kicks in to help slow things down even further, so you're not just relying on the disc brakes. This really does help during fast stops or when the ground's a bit slippery, and to be honest, it really gives you a sense of reassurance because stopping with this thing is not an issue. Now, the overall user experience of this scooter is actually really solid. Everything you need right there is on the handlebars, and that big LED screen right front and center makes things super easy. You get all the important information at a glance: speed, battery level, riding mode, plus little icons for Bluetooth, the headlights, and a warning alert. It's fairly nice and bright too, so whether you're riding in the middle of the day or cruising after night, you can see everything rather clearly. I did find myself checking my speed and battery mid-ride without even thinking about it, and with just two simple buttons to the left of the screen, you can switch between cruise, eco, and sport mode right from the display. To be honest, you'll probably find yourself constantly flipping between these modes on commutes because it not only saves battery life, but sometimes you really don't need that much power with this scooter. Now, the D7 packs a solid 500 watt motor that gives you a rather steady power and a smooth acceleration no matter where you're riding it. It hits speeds of up to 25 kilometers an hour, which fits the EU rules, and it's got enough torque to handle hills and bumpy surfaces rather well. While it's not classified as a high performance hill climber, it offers a reliable and smooth ride on typical urban slopes. For steeper gradients or more challenging terrains, the scooter's performance may vary depending on the size of the user, but for most, the torque and power here is going to be more than enough. We do have a really nice lighting system on this guy, significantly enhancing rider safety and visibility. It is equipped with independent headlights and a rather bright tail light. The tail lights and turn signals further contribute to safety by alerting other users of the rider's intentions, reducing the risks of accidents. Now, all in all, I can't deny this scooter is rather well built with solid folding convenience and that one scooter for almost anywhere vibe going for it. Honestly, you can take this thing pretty much anywhere with you, and when you pair the puncture-proof resistant tyres, dual shock suspension and mixed disc brakes, you get a very polished product for the asking price. I think the moral of the story here is, if you're after an all-rounder that enables commuting, occasional adventures, and a handful of other smart features without getting into too much of a premium pricing, it's absolutely worth it. You're paying for real value here: power, comfort, range, and a solid, thoughtful design. If you can look past the weight, this really is an all-terrain beast capable of doing more than just getting you from A to B. As always, be sure to check this product out in the link in the description. Let me know what you think. Till next time.